So it's really interesting that you asked that question because when I first started Brown Mamas, it was a question I would answer for people all the time because I knew that I wanted to be a cultural creator and I knew that I wanted certain cultural shifts to happen in the African American community. So for me, I define culture as what you do every day. So it is literally how you get up in the morning, the routines and rituals that you have in your life that center you, that anchor you in your reality, and culture is also the things that you allow and don't allow yourself to do every day. So that's kind of how I define culture, what you do every day. So for me, I think speaking from an African American perspective, from a Black perspective in America right now, I think culture is important because it is literally the tie that binds people together. So if you have commonalities in the things that you do every day, you're also going to share certain experiences. And that is why it's so important because it literally tells you who your people are. Culture tells you how to find your people, it tells you how to get home, it tells you what centers you in your reality, and also who the people are that you share your reality with. And the reason why that has significance right now in particular is because, there are certain experiences specifically in America that African American people share because of the culture that we share every day. And I think it gives us a roadmap in terms of understanding where we are right now and also determining what steps we need to take in order to get to, I guess, more freedom, more cultural clarity, as well as more cultural respect in our country. Vibrancy is an interesting concept because I think you can see it anywhere where you really want to find it at. But I think I'm most inspired right now by Black women in particular. I think that Black women right now are really, as we've always done, we're really taking up the rallying call of creating a cultural shift in terms of the way that America deals with African American people, and it gives me a lot of faith. I have a lot of faith in Black women in terms of, the strides that we have been unabashed and unapologetic in taking for our community. And it also gives me a lot of hope because I know that just as during the civil rights movement, just as in the fight to end slavery, Black women are going to continue to play an integral part in everything from what we do in our day-to-day lives in our homes to how we maneuver and behave in our communities, and also the cultural shift that we're asking for on a larger scale in the United States right now. So I'm very optimistic because I see other Black women around me really taking up the rallying call of being Black in America and really giving it new definition, and asking for what we need and not being afraid to do that on a world stage. Children make me hopeful about the future. I'm a homeschooling mom. I homeschool my three boys. And so when I watch them learn something new, when I watch them do something I've taught them, when I watch them take their own leadership in their own lives and demand even of me sometimes to be seen, to be heard, to be listened to, that gives me a lot of hope. And it also gives me a lot of, it just gives me a better look at what our future will look like if we become unafraid to raise children who are unafraid to speak and to really live in their own presence and voice.